highlighting and contouring. What is it? Is it hard? Can we do it if we're just average people? Don't worry, we're going to answer all those questions because makeup artist Ilana Garcia is joining me to give us the run through with highlighting and contouring, which seems like a terrible thing. You've also brought Mara in.
Yes.
So my first question, I've seen all these crazy videos of people putting just like colors all over their face and then they blend it and then they look beautiful all of a sudden. What is highlight? Is that what highlighting and contouring is?
So the crazy colors are a lot of color correcting typically.
Okay.
However, the highlighting and contouring is bringing light to the face and taking light away from the face. We're essentially shaping the face for a slimmer effect or to make a more oval shaped face. Yeah, so we're changing the dimension.
So you're telling me that just with makeup, I can make myself look more slender?
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so what's the first step? Well, actually, my first question, I'm going to go before we even jump into it. What do we need? Because you said highlighting and shadow, so I'm assuming we need some highlighters. Okay.
Yes. So first, what I do, I always moisturize the face. Mara already has a layer of foundation on. I prepped her skin.
Okay.
Typically, I use a primer. Smashbox is a good primer.
Okay.
You can also spray some Fix Plus on the face beforehand. It kind of locks the moisture in the face.
Okay.
It's good for before and after.
Okay.
I used Makeup Forever's Ultra HD Stick Foundation today, so that's wonderful.
So do you just put that on her face and then?
Yes, and I use a buffing brush, a kabuki brush.
Okay.
You're going to do circular type motions like this.
So you don't see lines?
Right, and it blends it out, buffs it into the skin, gives less streaks with a regular foundation brush, like a flat one.
Okay.
So you definitely want to do that. My next
She looks great already.
Right?
We're
She
going to
doesn't
make you
need
look
much
even
makeup.
better. I can't believe it. Okay.
My next step is I'm going to take some MAC Pro Longwear. I just typically favor this concealer because it has a long wear,
Okay.
Pro Longwear, obviously.
Okay.
The name, stands for itself. I'm going to take a small brush here.
Okay.
I'm just going to place some on the middle of her forehead.
Okay.
And we're doing the high points of the face here.
So that's the part, what you always say is if you were to walk into a wall, that's what would hit first.
Yes. So
Okay, I'm
forehead,
learning.
you remember it too. Forehead, down the middle of the nose, chin.
Okay.
And then we're going to do under the eyes to conceal any circles.
There are so many circles under my eyes. You'd be shocked. So I want to ask, brushes. Are brushes very important when it comes to contouring?
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically, it's kind of like, do you ever have favorite pens that you write with that just seem to make your handwriting better?
Yes.
It's the same thing with makeup brushes. The better the quality of the brush, the better the makeup comes on, applied.
So is there a certain brand that you recommend?
I really like Morphe brushes. They're online.
Okay.
MAC has some great eye brushes. I don't favor their face brushes. Real Techniques, you can buy them at Walmart, Target, Kohl's.
I like
They
that.
have great. This is a Real Techniques brush. They run about
that's the first
$20,
one. Okay.
$15 to $20. They're great. I really enjoy them. So next I'm going to take a beauty blender and I'm going to blend all this out. You just get this little sponge wet, squeeze it out so it's just damp.
Okay.
You're going to just pat.
Now, okay, I have a beauty blender. Obviously, it gets dirty after a while. How often should you clean this? Are you supposed to be cleaning this every single time?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, you know, to each his own. Some people don't mind their own dirt.
Yeah.
But for clients, for me, I have to clean mine every day. Now, sometimes I skip a day for myself.
Okay.
That's just, it's your preference.
And
But
I
yes,
actually have one of those little things that it comes with to actually clean it.
it.
So is that what you should use, or can you use like a bar of soap?
you can use dish soap.
Oh,
You can use, anything that's going to really sanitize it. That's what I would use,
Got
definitely.
it. Okay.
So then we're going to set this concealer with Makeup Forever's translucent powder. The reason you want to set this is you don't want the concealer moving.
Yeah.
And this is a great powder to use because it's translucent. Go ahead and look up for me, Mara.
Okay.
And it, it just really helps with sticking in place and doesn't look cakey and.
Okay. And that's something we could probably get at like Sephora. Is that right? Okay. Great.
Sephora's great. There's NYX has one. You can get it at Target or Ulta.
Oh, okay.
And we're
Great.
done with that. So my next step is I'm taking another Real Techniques. It's actually a contouring brush.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
When you buy these, does it say
It's-
contouring brush?
Yes. So
Okay,
it's
good.
self-explanatory.
Okay.
You know, for the everyday person that doesn't do makeup all the time.
Oh, I do makeup all the time, but I consider myself an everyday person. Nice. Okay. And
You
what
do.
is this that you're
So
using?
this is Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring palette. It's
Okay.
my favorite. I just can't get enough of it.
Okay.
There's a Kat Von D one that's really good. NYX is another good brand for
Okay.
affordable type of contouring stuff. So what you want to do, look this way for me, Mara. You want to line up the top of your ear down. So you follow this line here.
Okay.
That's where you're going to want to contour, just right below the cheekbone.
Okay.
Now, if you can't see that yourself, she can always suck in with her cheeks and you kind of get
Oh
the
yeah,
line.
totally. So that's kind of how you can figure out where to put it on your
Right.
by kissy face.
Kissy face,
fish
or
face?
just put the little pencil at the top
Okay.
of the ear, and it really helps. You
Okay.
just go back and forth in a kind of a windshield wiper motion.
Now, is this the part that kind of makes you look more slender?
Mhm.
All right. So places
Sucking
where
those
you kind of
cheeks
want to
in.
shape yourself to where you always look like you have that kissy face.
Exactly. And it
Oh.
kind of, it's essentially putting light on the face, as a photographer would. It's artificial light being
Okay.
placed with makeup. So
You
it's
could be in terrible lighting and you still look good.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I like to do kind of to blend that out, because I like a bronzed face,
Yeah.
I'll take a different color bronzer. It doesn't really matter, whatever you like for your face.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of put it on top of the cheekbone to kind of give like a blended bronzy cheek there.
Okay. Now, when people get makeup, do you do this on everybody, no matter who gets their makeup done?
Yeah, yes, but
Okay.
the colors will change depending on the client. You definitely
Got it,
want
okay.
to adjust to their skin tone. And
Okay.
then I'm going to go down the bridge of her nose. She's already got a tiny little nose, but
Okay.
we're just going to do it for the purposes of contouring here.
But
Plus-
if you have a bigger nose, a wider nose,
This will slim it down quite a lot.
okay. So you're just kind of going on the outsides and on the bottom?
Down the sides of the bridges and the tip.
Okay.
So it's essentially shortening it and thinning it.
Okay. Not
And
that
then,
you need that.
if you want to add some extra oomph, you can do it under the chin.
We're getting rid of our double chins now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I've always needed this.
No,
You-
lies.
You need to get out of the way. I need to sit here.
And
Okay.
then for extra light, this is optional. I go in with this lighter powder, and I'll just put it under the eyes. Look up for me.
Okay.
Just to kind of add a little bit more color.
Okay. Now, how do people figure out what colors they should be using?
So you have either a pink undertone, a neutral undertone, or a warm, kind of like a yellow undertone.
Okay.
A lot of makeup brands will have that color on there. It'll say W for warm, C for cool, or N for neutral.
Okay.
Like you're yellow undertone big time,
Yes,
so you
I
should
am.
always be in a warm color
Okay.
scheme. Definitely though. And if you don't know, ask your local, someone at Sephora. They are there to match you and help you out.
Okay.
You know?
Great. Now, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, though, how do they do that?
We can go to my website, www.bettyrosebyalana.com, or my Instagram, bettyrosebyalana.
Okay. So we're almost out of time here, but what are we finishing up
Blush,
with?
Tarte blush. Just add a little blush on the cheeks.
Okay.
Smile for me.
Ooh.
And then we will add some highlighter here
Okay.
to the tops of the cheeks, and we're finished.
I love
Down
it.
the bridge of the nose.
I didn't think you could get any more beautiful, Mara, and then look at you now.
And we're done.
And it actually, it really didn't seem that complicated.
No, see how quick that is? It's
Yeah.
an easy process. And for
Okay.
her, she's got a good forehead, but you can also put some on the sides of the forehead as well. Typically for her,
Okay.
she doesn't need it, but it would add a little bit into
I know J-Lo does that. I've
Yes.
seen it. J-Lo on American Idol. All right, well, if
Yes.
you guys want a recap of what we talked about here or a link to Alana's website, we'll have it. Just head over to casa.com.